Welcome to Verbal Pick Radio, where we give you a verbal image of life, and we are everyday people, and let's go.
In black folks' lives in some city in America, even as I speak, some black body is being crushed under the weight of blows by a police department that seeks to be judge, jury, and executioner over somebody who is suspected of a crime. You say that a man is innocent until proved guilty beyond a reasonable doubt, but if you're black in America, you're guilty. When they put their hands on you, you're guilty. They don't bring you before a judge to adjudicate the matter. They judge you there with the stick, with the gun, with naked brutality and the misuse of their authority. My appeal to those of you in authority is that you do justice while justice is in your hands to do. Because in a few moments from now, it won't be in your hands anymore. And when that happens, that will be a very hard day for those in authority, no matter what color we are. When God's Spirit moves among the people, and the people say, enough is enough, and too much is too much, and they determine to rise against unjust authority, then the end of that authority has come. There are no guns big enough to keep you in power, as the lessons of history will teach any of you who study history. When your time has come, when your evil outweighs your good, to the point that the God of righteousness becomes angry over your evil that you are dishing out to poor and defenseless people, and he decides to take up the cause of the poor, then your days are numbered. And as Daniel read the handwriting on the wall written in blood, he will say your kingdom has been weighed in the balance and has been found wanting.
That's what a messenger and a warner sounds like when they're passionate and they're delivering that message and that warning 100% to the letter. You can't get around it. You know, that message has been delivered and it's still being delivered. And as a form of mercy, hoping that the supremacy of racism will end, because the cry for justice has become so loud due to the injustice that black and brown and the people of America has been facing. This is from CNN. Let me read. Breonna Taylor would have been 27 years old today. I mean, sad. It's just sad. But she was killed 2 months ago when police broke down the door to her apartment in an attempted drug sting and shot her 8 times in her own home. They tried her. Matter of fact, they were at the wrong apartment. Sources say that the man that they were looking for was already in police custody. Someone or some judge issued a no-knock warrant. We need to talk to that judge. Because did he vet the warrant? Did he tell them, make sure you're at the right apartment? Because a no-knock warrant is very, very dangerous. I mean, with crime, as it is in America, everyone has some type of firearm. So when you hear a rambling and someone kicks in your door, you shooting to protect your home, right? But for black people, you don't know if the ones entering your home is a police officer. So you gather your weapon to protect your life and the life of your significant other, which was his girlfriend, and the police open fires and kills the female. Not one has been charged, even though there's an FBI investigation currently going on. Now, we were on George Floyd's death, but at the same time, we got Breonna Taylor, Ahmaud Arbery, Mr. McAtee, who owned the restaurant in Louisville, Kentucky, who was shot protesting what's going on with the Breonna Taylor's case. And if you listen to some of the previous lectures of Minister Farrakhan, he speaks upon the militarization of the police, what type of the weapons they're using, and it's like they getting ready for warfare, and the people, especially black people, rights are dismantled. There's no sense of comfortability to where you can relax in your own home, eat a bowl of ice cream, and turn on your television without a misguided cop kicking in your door, killing you, and then say that they were afraid for their life when they have the taser, they have a firearm, they have a nightstick, and you sitting down, no weapon but a spoon, eating ice cream, and they can kill you. It's ridiculous. They have not charged these officers with neglect or negligence. A lot has happened since that day, and Taylor's life and death have become folded into the larger worldwide outcry against police violence that exploded after the death of George Floyd in late May. Some worry the young black EMT, who was described as full of life and a best friend to so many, is being forgotten. Full of life. You know, I mean, that's a special person to find a peace of mind and happiness in this racist society and show love. That means that person believed in a God and believed in a higher power, higher than man. Just to have some savage brutes with weapons kick in her door and kill her because they're at the wrong apartment and not get charged. The message that sends out to the public is, oh, well, we shot somebody black, so, okay. Y'all go back, y'all don't worry about it. No charge has been filed yet. And the people has to put pressure in order to even get an arrest or even get the attention that this case needs. The people have to go out in the streets and just go berserk in order to receive justice when it states that we the people. But what people are you talking about? Because black people are not getting justice. And people, and not just black folks, but all races are fed up now. Right? It's ridiculous. Taylor's family filed a wrongful death lawsuit 2 months after a killing, claiming charges of battery, wrongful death, excessive force, negligence, and gross negligence. The no-knock warrant issued by police included Taylor's house because, according to a police affidavit for a search warrant for the raid, which was obtained by CNN affiliate Wave, authorities suspected a man involved in a drug ring was receiving packages of drugs at her home. On May 21st, the FBI's Louisville office announced they were opening an investigation into the circumstances surrounding her death, saying that the guy they was looking for was a drug dealer receiving packages. They went into the wrong apartment and murdered this child, which is gross negligence. And they can't get you can't say, oops, my bad, and the life is gone. She can't come back and say, okay, well, I understand, or I forgive y'all, or why did you shoot me, or demand some type of justice. You murdered her, so she's not here any longer to even give you her how she feel about what happened to her. The police can say, oh, my bad, wrong door, but somebody's who's accountable for a life of somebody's child that the mother brought into this world. And you feel like you have the right to murder that child and my bad, wrong apartment, and that just be the end of it? That's sick. It's not happening. Institutional. Changes to police department. Exit of chief outside review. On May 21st, the Louisville Metropolitan Police Department announced it would require all sworn officers to wear body cameras. The LMPD also said it would change how the department carries out search warrants in response to Taylor's death. Louisville Mayor Greg Fisher said the developments were the first steps the city would take towards improving police accountability. The same day, the LMPD's police chief, Steve Conrad, announced he would be retiring at the end of June. However, Conrad was removed from his post on June 1st after it was discovered the officers present at the shooting death of a black man named David McAtee during a Louisville protest did not have their body cams turned on. Come on, man. On June 3rd, Fisher announced the city of Louisville would be issuing a request for a proposal for a comprehensive top-to-bottom review of the LMPD to be conducted by an external firm. The request for a proposal can be viewed. And they were just going over showing you that. And, they got a mural for Breonna Taylor. But after all of this, man, officers don't want to wear the body cam. It's some kind of sick thrill for some of these racist officers to go in and murder black people. It's a pandemic during the COVID-19 pandemic. All of it needs to get solved today or get rid of. Both viruses. The virus of racism and police brutality and the virus of the COVID-19 need to be wiped out together at the same time. When we come up out of this COVID-19, we don't want to hear anything to deal with racism. But those are words. And the action has to be taken to assure that this never happens again when we come out of this. Just like they're working on a vaccine, we have to be working on a solution to end this. And that way, when we say we coming out and there's a new day and a new mind, it will be dealing with this virus and dealing with the virus of racism and police brutality. Verbal Pick Radio, we out.